All right, hey guys, OFD checking in here, and today we are bringing you the Mondragon-Angel Falls Diver's Watch. Now, this is a brand new watch from Micro Brand. I mean, the watch isn't brand new. It's been on Kickstarter since I think September 2017, but these actually just got released in April of this year. Started getting sent out to the customers out there. So I got a hold of one of these thanks to Chris Walls, one of my great viewers out there, for getting this out to me for checking out, and for the horse swap we did, and this being part of my collection now. So very cool watch. Let me just kind of tell you quick thing about the name. Angel Falls is actually the name of the world's tallest waterfall down in South America, and so they named the watch after that. Kind of a cool name. So very cool diver's watch, a little wild style here, especially with like that 12 o'clock indices there. Now I'm going to get this outside so you guys can get a little bit more color, but I love the fang indices there at 12 o'clock, and there is little orange tips on there if you guys can't see that here in the light. So this is a 300-meter diver's watch, or 1,000 foot. Now, as you guys can see down there at the 6 o'clock position, it does say Angel Falls, 1,000 feet, 30 atmospheres in automatic. The dial layout on this watch is very kind of traditional diver's watch, apart from the indice up there at 12 o'clock where you've got those fangs. And then down here at the 6 o'clock position, as you guys can see, you have this Arabic 6, all outlined in orange. Now, all of the indices, it's a little bit tough to tell in the lighting I have in here, but all of the indices are outlined in orange. And these other 5-minute markers are kind of more your traditional rectangular, diver's style marking. Now, at 3 o'clock on this watch, you guys can see it does have a date complication. This particular watch is running an NH35 Seiko movement. Because you guys look at this watch and you see down here at the 6 o'clock position, it says Swiss made. Don't worry, I'll talk about that here towards the end of the video, guys. And I'll also get this on the wrist and get a lume shot. But let me get into the watch and the specifications before we talk about that little Swiss made down there on the dial. Now, as you guys can see, it's a big watch. Now, I took measurements on this watch, and it comes in right at 44 millimeters. Now, they advertise it at 43, but I measured with my trusty calipers at closer to 44 millimeters. You're looking at just over 51 from lug tip to lug tip. And although they advertise a 13, I think, millimeter thickness, I measured more close to 15 at 14.7 on this. You also have a 22 millimeter lug opening on this watch, which is very nice. Now, very nice bezel here. As you guys can see, the cutouts in it, and the bezel itself is all polished. Also includes a ceramic insert in there, which is all lumed, and a nice big bold pip up there. Talking about the bezel, we'll get into the action. And like I've seen from so many micro brands nowadays, they're getting really good at not only getting that great action out of the bezel, but getting them to line up just perfectly, on the dial itself. Very nicely done from Mondragon here. This is a great looking watch, it really is. So let's go ahead and get the movement started. I have it stopped there so you guys can check out the dial of the watch. At the 12 o'clock position, you guys can actually see the Mondragon logo. It actually has a cool little dragon that kind of goes along the side of the logo there. I love it. I think it's kind of a wild touch. So with the NH35 movement in this watch, you do get hand winding capabilities, and you also can hack the watch. As you saw, I had the second hand stopped. Of course, being a 300-meter diver's watch, you do have a screw-down crown. You also have this crown over here at the 10 o'clock position. This is a helium escape valve for when you are going to actually, if you were to take the watch diving or anything like that. So taking a look at the side of the watch, I consider this like what I call like a slab side design. It's very straight, a very industrial, toolish looking dive watch, all brushed, downward brushing on this watch, which gives it even more of an industrial look. It's not trying to be fancy, obviously, but very nicely done. And the contrast of that polished bezel with this brushing on the case looks nice. You also have polishing, as you guys can see, on the this crown for the helium escape valve. And also over here at the 3 o'clock position crown, the standard crown, you have the Mondial, or the M for the Mondragon logo. And you also have a polished crown there too. So let's go ahead and take this off the NATO strap. Now it comes with this NATO strap, and before I get over or through the end of the review, I will show you the rest of the stuff down there in the box. Let's take a look at the case back here. So as you guys can see up there, that says Angel Falls. Now I do believe that this is the actual name of the volcano there, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. This watch is numbered 218 of 300 made. And then it just lets you know that that Angel Falls is the highest waterfall in the world. Excuse me. Screw down case back. So put this back on here. And I'll show you what comes in the box here. I'll go ahead and set the watch aside and we'll focus here. Now, this is the way the case comes. Now, this is a very industrial, let me close this for a second here. Very industrial case, almost like a Pelican case. Both sides locked down. They have these locking tabs here. Pretty cool case. But I'll set the watch there and we'll look at the case. Now, up here in the top, you do have some extra watch pins. These are quick release pins here because both of these straps use quick release. I'll bring one up here and show you. This is the leather strap, obviously with the orange stitching to match the watch. And genuine leather on these. And as you guys can see, they use these quick release pins up here, which are very nice. And it came on this engineer style bracelet. Now I haven't sized this or anything like that. I've still got it wrapped in the plastic. I'll get around to that eventually. And you also have this kind of Kevlar style leather strap, also with quick release pins on there. And the other one also has this very nice buckle here, brush buckle with the Mondragon logo there. So you get a lot of bang for your buck. And it also comes on the NATO strap that you see here. Up here at the top, you have their warranty card, very nice, shiny, pretty card, and their little instruction manual with some pictures and stuff like that. So good stuff. Now, these were available from the Kickstarter campaign. I don't know if you can still get them, but the Japanese models, I think you were able to get like 2 of these for like $300, which is a great deal. Now, let me get into this whole Swiss made on the dial thing. Okay, so this is the, I think, headaches that little micro brands or micro brand watch companies, when you're making your first watch, you run into issues like this. So when they made these watches, the initial idea was to get 50 of these watches with Swiss movements put together in Switzerland so they could have Swiss made on the dial there and have over 60% of the watch made in Switzerland. Well, they only sold 30 in the first Kickstarter campaign, but they had to buy 50 movements. They sent 50 watches to Switzerland to be built. Unfortunately, the manufacturers there said, hey, you need 100 watches minimum for us to put them together over here. So they decided to send them all to Switzerland, all 300 watches, and just have them assembled there. And they were going to try to have the 2 different dials, one with Japan movement, one with Swiss made. Well, unfortunately, all the dials showed up Swiss made. Instead of extending the process out longer and have people waiting for their watches longer, they just decided to release them all with Swiss made. So, I hope the Swiss watch police don't come after me or anything for having this, but I think it's kind of cool. It doesn't affect me. The watch was assembled in Switzerland. It's just not actually Swiss made because 60% of the parts aren't, it needs to be 60% of the value or the percentage of the watch assembled in Switzerland. I think it's something like that, but parts and assembly and all that, but I think it has to be all assembled there and 60% of the parts. I don't know. Correct me. Tell me in the bottom, guys. Something like that. But cool looking watch. I'm really excited to have it. I'm going to go ahead and pause it here. We'll get it on the wrist and get a loom shot for you guys. All right, guys. So here's the watch on my 7-inch wrist. Catching a little light. Looks good on that strap. Looks really good on that strap. All right, let's go ahead and get this in the bat cave here and see what we got. All right, guys, so yeah, spectacular loom. I think they're using Super Luminova on this watch, but it's stellar, and it lasts all night long, guys. So, all right, that's the Mondragon-Angel Falls. Cool new micro brand watch out there, guys. I'll leave links down below so you can check it out. All right, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up down there at the bottom. If you've not subscribed to the OFD channel yet, please do. Please do. Thanks, guys.